Hello, Wyoming girl. How are you? Pulling the live up on the computer so I can see what's going on. How are you? All right, we got three. Hello, everybody. Hey, Jen G, how are you? Uncle Deuce is already saying he didn't do it. Everybody say hey to Uncle Deuce.
Cameo.
Good evening, Julie Jordan. How are you? Did you see what Troublemaker said? Hey, Troublemaker. Denise Green, hello, hello. My chat on my TV on my phone is so behind. All right, welcome, welcome everybody. We've got 10 in here. That's awesome. So what is first off, anybody that's the first time you've been in here? Uncle Deuce is fixing to spray paint us. Julie says, no, you can't do that. You're a mod. Kathy Richardson, hello. I know I've seen you in other chats though.
No, just the back of the high wagon, baby.
What are you talking about? Oh, that's what you're gonna paint?
Oh, wait. Was it Bumblebee? I forget what she called it.
Mm-mm. So how is everyone? And we got 15. Everybody hit that like button and see if we can get our numbers up a little bit tonight. Awesome. Yes. I believe it's Santa Chat, Miss Kathy, that I see you in quite a bit. So how is everyone tonight? Has anybody got anything interesting they want to talk about? We got 12 dues. And Trooper, that's right. That's right. That's right. Julie Jordan, nah. You can relax. Everybody can relax up in here. Hey, silly. Why is your messages doing this again? The boys has got music playing in the background, y'all. Oh, okay, okay. So you're a Glory B, you're a Glory B watcher. You're a Bumble. Mm. Troublemaker. Where did y'all go today on your girls' day out? mm. What is that? A restaurant or a city or what? We got 14. It keeps going up. Welcome everybody. Say hello so I know you're here. Oh man. Oh, Party Bonza, hi. Oh, I'm glad to see you in here. And I'm glad to see that you subbed. I did not know. but you are my friend, and I'm glad you're here. Much love, Party Bonza. What you been up to, my man? Oh, okay. Well, that sounds like you had a good time, Trouble. I know, right? I know, right? See, we still have that one spot on the Patriot meet and greet. If we could twist Partay's arm to come and hang out with us for the weekend, that would be awesome. What do you guys think? Silly, and I wish Jay was in here, but he's not. And Two Finger hasn't made it yet. You guys keep liking and keep sharing. We're at 16. I think that's the highest we've ever been. That's really cool. Thank you guys, every one of you. No, we still do not need a spot for Tay. He says he's still not going. He's going to give us a ride and he's going back home. And then he's going to pick us up on that Sunday. Gloria, hello. How are you this evening? So, no, we still have a hold. That's why I'm asking Partey if he wants to go. And basically, he's like not knowing anything. So, let me update you. Silly for him, Jay Jones, Rita Gesture, me and Uncle Deuce, Two Finger Typer, and I know I'm missing some people, but everybody's joining up in near the area of Lake Texoma here in Texas. And we're going to spend 3 days together and we're going to kind of talk about some plans and just enjoy being with Patriot family. I know, I know, I know. I'm telling him he disappeared on me, I believe. We'll see everybody. We'll have about 5 or 6 live streamers. Iggy, hello. We'll have plenty of live streamers there. So if you're there, that'll make an extra one, right? Where is Two Finger? Can't believe he hasn't gotten here yet. He had some questions about the meet and greet he wanted to kind of address, I think, real quick. But okay, we'll see what it breaks down to. Partay is about, I think, $48 or $49 for the both nights that you're going to be staying at the place, and that's it. And the flight, if you decide to take it, because we have an Airbnb and it's a really big one. Oh, my stepmom, Mary Brewer's in here, everybody. This is my mom, and she's here, and that's awesome to see her here. Awesome. Well, I haven't been there yet, but I'm looking forward to it. And we've got one open slot in the meet and greet. That's my baby, Uncle Deuce, mom, saying hi. Hey, Marvin. Hey, Mavis. Sorry, not Marvis. Which part of Texas? I live in West Florida now. Because, hey, look, Aruba's coming to the party from Florida. So that's not an excuse. And it's going to be, I don't know, is it Northwest Texas, Deuce? My stepmom's trying to scope me out in here, man. Well, it's about, well, I don't know how far it would be from you. You'd have to send me your exact location and I'd go from there. Yeah, thank you, Uncle Deuce. I was right at least about one thing. It's in Northeast Texas, dadgummit. Mama, how you been feeling today? And how's Daddy? So you let us know. Oh, look what's up! Tommy Timper's in here. Awesome! This just keeps getting better and better tonight. What's going on, Tommy Timper? I know, right? Tommy, you should restream us sometimes. We're patriots at heart. We're some of the ones that lasted throughout everything that's went down. I know, right? As many times as I've been in this man's chat. Thank you, Tommy, for showing up tonight. So, most certainly are. This is an incredible night. We got all kinds of good folks up in here. And my mom's in here, so that's awesome. Is Dad watching, Mom?
Hey,
What?
Hey, Tommy Temper, thanks for being here. And hey, Mary, thanks for being here. Y'all are awesome. I really appreciate y'all's support. We really do, both of us. And you know what? It's awesome.
Now everybody got a little glimpse of Uncle Deuce. So what's going on, everybody? Anything new happening? Other than the Canadian convoy, the Western convoy, since Tommy Temper's in here. If you guys haven't been watching the page, I've got a glimpse of it on my screen. And from what I hear, it's 70 kilometers long, y'all. It's massive. Mechanic Eric in America. Hello, hello. Oh, a Tommy Temper raid. Deuce, we're getting a raid. That's awesome. Let's ride it. Tommy's gonna bring a raid is when they bring Mama a raid is when Tommy Temper's a streamer of his own and a very popular one, might I add, and he's from Canada. And he brings in all kinds of like people from his channel and they sub and get our subs up. Everybody sub and like our feed, please. Daddy is fine. Nope, I've been in bed all day with my arm and I haven't hooked that up yet. Okay. What's going on with your arm? We got 23 watching. This is our highest ever. Maybe I shouldn't have said right. Oh, well, darn. Hmm. Sometimes, just like Daddy with his back, he'll turn just right. And when he turns just right, he hurts either his neck or his back, and he has no reason why. And da 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 da. It might be that kind of thing. Thanks, Mavis. Welcome to the Double Deuces channel. Hello, Two Finger. We've been waiting on you. Where you been? Where you been, my friend? Where you been? We could use the help. We are starting from very late. I know, right? So Two Finger, while Silly and them are still in here, really quick. Research for a bit. All right, that's what's up. Silly says, I've seen you too much. Two Finger, you had a couple questions about the meet and greet specific you wanted to ask. Yes. Pray for my mama. She's always bending over backwards, especially when my mama died, when my birth mother died. Her and my daddy were there for me immensely. I couldn't have done anything that I did without my her and my dad. So he picked me up at the airport. He took me to South Georgia. He took me to go see my son. And she, it's money out of their pocket. She supported the decisions 100%. And it was just an awesome, awesome visit with these people, man. Oh, Uncle Deuce's fixed to show two finger something. Aw, thank you. He says send it to me. I think he's going to actually show it on camera, two finger. Lee Bart, hello and good evening. He says, what's holding you up?
Okay, hey, Two Finger, check this out. This was made in Africa. See all the wires and everything? Yeah. It's got tires. Yeah. It's even got a workable kickstand. Come on. Oh, I got caught in here. It's even got a workable kickstand. And it's all done out of wire. Pretty cool, huh? I thought I should show you, Two Finger. I knew that you'd love it, man.
Julie Jordan says, Uncle Deuce, that's awesome. Yes, it is part 8. We should see each other more often. We should meet in person. You need to come to the retreat. If you want to come to the retreat or consider it, I can help with the flight as far as like booking, and I'm good at that. So hey, we can get you a flight. Very little. You can come spend the weekend with us. Oh, that's funny. Wow, I mean, that's hilarious. So, Mama, I think I explained a little bit about the crickets. I have to catch her up to speed because she doesn't follow the movement like everybody else, y'all. Oh, my apologies. Hello, Lee. How you doing? Um, one of Deuce's favorite things to do is troll in chat, and when he trolls in chat to make everybody laugh, he likes to talk about putting crickets in salads and everything else, and he eats white crayons and you name it, but it cracks us all up. So that's disgusting, y'all. I couldn't even imagine eating crickets. It's bad enough that Bill Gates wants us to eat all that crap. I don't need it. Well, Lee, I've heard Leah, really. Look at there. There's the white crayon, y'all. You were not supposed to bring those out to the retreat. Dang!
Sorry, Dina.
My homie girl said she ate a worm as a baby. Uncle, like my son said, you can get them free riding the four wheeler. That's funny. My dad would probably say the same thing. How did that work out for you, Wyoming? Did you like eating the worm? Do you remember it? You have to be scarred for life. Oh no, see, I'm not going to eat that. Now, Silly says, I have had chocolate covered crickets. They were nasty. Chocolate didn't make the taste any better. Did you knowingly eat the crickets? Did you know what you were eating? Deuce. Oh, well, that's nasty, I think. You knew and you willingly did it. Gross. Gross. I know, right? Look at the ugly. Yeah, well, hey. Like, my dad is big into like hot sauce, hot marinades, and stuff like that. And uh, he got these boys on a kick when they were home, when they were living there at the house with my mom and my dad, about introducing them to new hot things. And they ate that crap up. And I mean, the hotter the better. But my dad would always tell them, if you put hot sauce all over that food, you're going to eat it when it's all said and done. And I mean, to the point of their eyes sitting there at the table watering and stuff. My kids are crazy. They be doing talkie challenges. Now, they say pregnant women often crave clay and stuff when they're pregnant. I know pregnant women, Wyoming, tell us what kind of strange things pregnant women crave. My dad used to order them in the Marines. He was in Korea and other countries. He loved them, and so did the boys as a kid. I'm not going to try. I'm not just trying no bugs unless I'm forced to. Uh-uh. There ain't enough hot sauce, and there's not enough. Um, no, there's too many bugs and not enough hot sauce for that. Good evening, Kathy. How are you? Deuce, we got 23 viewers tonight. We doing good, babe. Kathy, what you been up to today? Red Cactus, hello, hello. Yeah. Everybody hit that like button if you haven't already, and sub, please. Kathy, you been at a baseball game or you been watching baseball? Which one? Kathy does not want to eat bugs. Deuce, that's you. Carrie's Musings, hello, hello. Wow, this is an awesome night. Everybody who just jumped in, my mother is in the house. You'll see her pop in every once in a while, Mary Brewer. We have quite, and Party Bonza's in here. We got quite a gathering tonight now. We have open questions for the meet and greet. So if anybody wants to cover something real quick, please ask. Baseball jamboree for the kiddos. Wow. Iggy, what's going on again? Hadn't seen you in a minute. I'm not fixing to willingly eat no crickets, y'all. And if I catch Deuce putting them in my food, I'm going to have to kill him. But you know, bugs is a delicacy in some parts of the country, just not here. Not in this house. Okay, hold on one second. Uncle Deuce, I know you can hear me. Kathy says you need to come to the camera. That's okay. Everybody to each his own. I'm glad you're here. Kathy says she wants you to come to the camera. I know, right? We still need to grow though. I'd love to get big enough that when we start to do stuff around for the freedom movement, that we actually have an audience. Other than just Patriot family, y'all. That's awesome. So I've been thinking a lot about a merch store. Now here comes Deuce real quick for Kathy. Look,
Hi.
Uncle Chicken
Hey.
Chit. She got look.
Whatever, Kathy. Hey, that's wrong. Hey, I'm not chicken shit. It's just really hard to deal with like the delay and take care of chat. And I want to chat like a fun chat channel. So yeah.
Mavis says, pleased to meet you, Uncle Deuce.
Who's that?
Mavis is new. And she says, pleased to meet you, Uncle
Hey,
Deuce.
Mavis.
First
That's
time
cool.
in it. Yep.
Hey, Carrie's Musings. You are awesome.
Yep, one big Patriot family. That's the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
So the merch store, let me go over that really quick. So I've been finding these little obscure things, and I want to start like collecting them up and putting them on a merch store. What do you guys think? Uncle, yep. Because I'm on camera, so he fixes my drinks and stuff while I'm on camera. Mavis is from Kentucky. My son told me the other day he drove through Kentucky. He told me on the phone, he said, Mama, I do believe Kentucky is the most beautiful countryside I have ever seen in my life. He said, I could see myself being in Kentucky. And I reminded him that he needed to pay close attention to the southern Tennessee mountains. Did you not see Deuce, Kathy? He was just in the camera. We got 28, Deuce. 28 is a record. Yay! Congratulations. Everybody hit that like button. We'll get even more. Thank you so much. Oh, okay. Silly says, are you taking everyone's drink order? I wish we could run our speaker and have some music. Don't apologize. I know y'all play. Y'all play all the time. Silly, what you want to drink? Yes, he does. He can make a drink. He can cook. He can actually sing, y'all. He can play guitar. He can shoot darts. Let me think. He's got a lot of talents. I'd have to sit here and think about it. I don't look at this. Oh, Sex on the Beach is what Silly says she wants to drink. Baby, come and look at this and tell me why this is happening. I didn't ask you this once. Hey, Kathy Brock, good evening and welcome to our chat, the Double Deuces. Uncle Deuce loves his beer. Does Uncle have a brother? Yeah, but he's married. He's in Colorado. What? Do you not have a Mountain Dew? Why don't you have a Mountain Dew? Do you have no way to go get one? Two Finger, this little contraption that Uncle bought me is still awesome. I still like it. Those are old. That's an old, I think Oak Ridge Boys song or something. Kathy says, first time I went to Georgia, I didn't know what sweet tea was. Well,
I'm sorry, I
let me tell you what sweet tea is
Yeah.
in Georgia. Sweet tea is in is in my parents' refrigerator. It's in my refrigerator, and I'm in Texas. So any way you want to slice it, it's just really good tea. But it is on the sweet side. And I promise you, nobody makes it better than my dad and my mom. They both know how to make tea. I can make it pretty good too. Now, it's not a simple, well, you can't do that. You have to measure stuff. What is Ozark Mountain Jubilee Party? Baby, we got 27 in chat. Everybody hit that like button. Y'all share our feed out. We need that to get our numbers up. We're doing really good tonight. Thank y'all so much for staying with us. I do too, Kathy, and it's awesomely cool. Sun Tea's the best. Oak Ridge Boys. Isn't that what I said? Oh, okay. I got you. I got you. I got you. So we're talking old school country now. The stuff my mama listened to when my mama that just passed, she would listen to that kind of stuff when I was growing up. What little bit of country music exposure I have came from her. My stepmom was always the, hold on, let me think of the song. Hold on. All Night Long by Lionel Richie. I can't even begin to tell you how many times that woman danced around the house to that. Now he be getting me stuff he knows that I'm going to need ultimately. We're slowly but surely getting our stuff together. So I like it. It does the job. He couldn't have got me a better gift. Well, I can think of one Deuce. Private joke. He knows what I'm talking about. Annette Park, hello. How are you? And I tell you, Southern sweet tea is good. You cannot beat Southern peach cobbler and ice cream. You cannot beat home turned ice cream. Um, you can't beat garden fresh homegrown vegetables either. And that's just, there's so many things that there's so many advantages to growing up in the country. And that area out there where our lake house is, it's absolutely gorgeous. Lake Sinclair is probably the second largest lake in, at least in the state of Georgia. My dad says Lake Lanier is bigger. We are working for a goal. Let's see. StreamYard and Prism. We actually have a paid subscription to StreamYard, and I like it better. I like StreamYard better than I did Prism. I've used Prism in the past, and I like StreamYard much better. We are up to 160 subscribers, Deuce. That's awesome. You don't like ice cream pregnant? That's shocking. Everybody prefers it with pickles. What's your problem? I never liked MTV. Never liked it. I always liked VH1. I've never done a panel, but when you say panel, Ray Cactus, are you talking about where the icons are up on the screen and
You never watched MTV back in the day.
I didn't like it. I like VH1. So again, I will ask.
Beavis and Butthead.
Is it the ones where you can have like 7 or 8 people in one place? Oh, Wyoming said she wants ice cream, but she needs a code word to stop her from wanting it. I don't think that's going to work. You're pregnant. You want everything weird. Okay, that's what I thought. We hadn't tried that yet. Parday say he used to play video games because of MTV. I was never an MTV person. I don't know why. I used to like to listen to the radio back in the days when you actually recorded songs on cassette tapes and you had to synchronize that crap just perfect. And you listened to request lines and you called in songs and you just sat back and had fun. Does anybody else remember them days? What is EVU Max? Two finger. Gross. No hot dog flavored ice cream. That sounds nasty. Yes, American Bandstand. I remember that. And what was it? Soul Train. Okay, so question for the group. Now, everybody respond. No more text, just answers to the questions. Favorite movie of all time? Favorite movie of all time. What is your favorite movie of all time? Yeah, forever they wouldn't. Training Day Partay. Awesome. Pure Country from Wyoming. Pollyanna from Gloria. Butterflies Are Free. I'm willing to pay Two Finger StreamYard. I like it because they record my videos and they store them there. 8 seconds, Kathy. Awesome movie. Sad, but very awesome movie. Italian Princess, welcome. Hello. Everybody's answering the question. Favorite movie of all time? The Ten Commandments, says Mary. Lord, how many times have I watched that in that house? Okay, so mine would be The Green Mile, I think. So, Uncle Deuce, what's your favorite movie? 8 Mile. Okay. The Outsiders by Italian and Rebecca, if you want classic. Okay. Is StreamYard web-based or downloadable? It is web-based. But now I access it on my mobile. I also access it on my computer. But I really love The Green Mile and Give Me Your Hands, Boss. Yep. Awesome movie. It'll make you cry. It's always about a mile. Okay, so question number 2. Favorite song of all time? Let's see it. This is Get to Know Your Crew Night. Favorite song of all time? Steel Magnolias is my second favorite. Awesome movie, and it is hilarious. Conway Twitty, hello, darling. All right. Cross My Heart by George Strait. This Is the End. Black Dog, Led Zeppelin, or Spaceball, says Uncle Deuce. Don't know what that is, Denise. Stout Hearted Man, Carrie. Monty Python. How about that, silly? Anything country, says Gloria. Two Finger says country music in general. Mavis says I can only imagine. That's also my son's favorite. I can only imagine. All right, let's see. What will be the next one? Song Underwater by the Third Day. Song Underwater. I hadn't heard that one, I don't think. What about everybody's favorite color? And then my last question, and then y'all can ask us questions. Purple, says Kathy. Jesus Take the Wheel, says Two Finger. Burgundy, says Partey. Royal Blue for Wyoming. Purple, purple. Mary Brewer says blue. Italian Princess says purple. Mine's green. Red, white, and blue, of course, says Mavis. That's right. Let's see. That's awesomely cool. Okay, so we did colors. Favorite song. Okay, so one last question. What would be number one on your bucket list? What would be number one on your bucket list? Come on, guys. Mama, tell Daddy that if he wants to make some stuff, some interesting little woodworking things at home for the merch store, that would be awesome. His beekeepers would be cool too. Italian Princess said her bucket list item is to go to Italy. Awesome. Partey says he wants to go to Berlin. Iggy says, I just want to go to heaven. Bungee jumping off of a bridge. Silly, have you lost your mind? Do you want to die young? David Crowder. Northern Lights. Me too, Wyoming. It's one of mine. I've got several, but that is one. Denise says, I want to save America. Kathy says, go to Spain where grandparents were born. I bet it's beautiful. Right? See, one of the things about doing this is I'm learning my crew. We're learning about each other. So that's really awesome. Yes. Getting out of the matrix. That's what's up, Two Finger. That's what Deuce and I want to do after the boys get out, is travel. Yep, favorite food. My favorite food is Italian. What's everybody's favorite food? As far as like Wyoming said. He stays in trouble, Wyoming. Kathy says tacos, and Iggy says lobster, and Partey says Italian. At least we have something in common. Mavis says seafood. Two Finger says, Uncle Deuce says, you should visit Denver. You have a friend there. Of course, we've got family there. I can't wait to meet Corey. That's right. Yeah, for real. Okay, so the last one was food. Let's see. If you could move or visit anywhere in the world, where would you go? If you could visit anywhere, where would you go? Italian food is delicious. And Silly is the bomb.com. Hold it. Silly cooks nothing but Italian. And she is bringing these two humongous pans of homemade 6-inch thick lasagna to the meet and greet, and I can't wait. Okay, so let's see. Italian. Kathy says Spain. Carrie says Australia. Silly says Antarctica. Silly, you just want to see what's up under that ice. Parte says Jerusalem. Wyoming girl says Scotland. I'll go along with that. Anywhere. Wyoming girl says, I want lasagna. She's crying. You done broke her heart. Silly, you done broke her heart. I'm telling you, I can't wait. The lasagna's going to be off the chain. Ow! Hey, I'm telling you, she's the one. Area 51, no, but I think they got secrets, man. They got snakes in their head. Mama, what do you think is under the ice in Antarctica? Tell us. She knows so much, y'all. It's unreal. Two Fingers says too many secrets. Is too many secrets or is it too many lies? Which one is it? Mavis says my late husband's ancestors were from Spain and Cuba. So this would be awesome to visit our other adult children. Wow. And Two Fingers says both. Kathy says Spain is incredible. My husband and I made ladies' shoes there for years and spent a lot of time there. And then Uncle Deuce says secrets are a double-edged sword. Wow. See, you're like me. A couple weekends ago, Deuce and I were talking about going out to a movie, and then I thought about it, and I was like, I'd rather die than give the movie industry, the music industry, or anybody other industry that has profited from harvesting the babies like they have and trafficking. I refuse to like partake in that anymore. So I don't care what's playing. Hey, turn that TV down some, gentlemen, please. Hey, Chris and Aiden, y'all come over here behind me really quick and say hi to Grandma because she's in here. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. I agree with you, right? I'll give y'all another question in a minute. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up.
Come on.
Say hi to Grandma.
Hi, Grandma.
Come on. Say hi to Grandma.
Yo, stop doing
Undo your face so you can be seen, retardo.
Mom.
Never mind. Go on.
You pulled the whole head of hair.
Okay, y'all go sit down and watch TV.
You pulled the whole head
No.
of hair.
Mary says, strange things live in Antarctica. Yeah, secrets they don't want us to know. Baby, I'm going to have to get you to take over for a minute. I got to run to our room. It's an emergency. Come on. You got to sit here. I got to go.
Go. Go.
Okay. You need to sit here.
I know what I gotta do.
Talk to the people, please. Don't just leave the screen.
Hi, stream. How are you doing? Is my stream doing good? Thanks, Two Finger. Hey, Two Finger. I'll tell you what. I've got your stuff, and I can email you some stuff. Yeah. I'm trying to think of, and I can't, of the channel the Y files. Y'all need to look up the Y files. Hey, the guy takes a really good,
I'm gonna take a smoke break real quick to stay where you are.
he takes a really good level-headed thing on all things conspiracy, and it's really fun. And the Y files is really cool. So, anyways,
We're live, hush. Jacket. Let me grab my jacket, baby. I'm gonna take a smoke break while you're talking to him, okay?
do you see how I just got panhandled into this?
Yep. I'm gonna take a smoke
I didn't do it. Okay, so y'all want to talk about something? The people in chat, y'all, let me ask about what do you think about the stuff in Ohio? Do you think that it was caused by somebody else outside of the country? Do you think it's an accident? Do you think that we did it to ourselves on purpose? Curious question.
Thank you, Lord.
I mean, because there's only a couple of things, and you know what? And I shouldn't say it on YouTube, but hey, I don't know if y'all saw the coverage, but the balloons that have been shot down by ballistic missiles were like less than this big. Like they were like this. They sent a $50,000, $100,000 missile to shoot down a balloon that's this big. Is it necessary? Maybe, but probably not. Sorry, I'm reading chat. Give me a second, y'all. Partai, you are 100% right. That's exactly how I came across with it. I was like, dude, yeah, you know what? They just didn't have just weird. And inept. You know what? How long are we gonna live in a world with inept people in power? It's time for us to start standing up. And you know what? That will always be a part of us being a part of this channel. Is listen, we need to stand up, and we need to stand up, and I don't care what side. I am actually pretty freaking neutral. Let me tell you something. When a person does wrong, I'm going to call it out and say you did wrong. I've been wrong. I've done wrong, and I've been called out as wrong too. I've been punished as wrong, and you know what? Ain't nothing wrong with that. I was wrong. But they're wrong. Oh, and they only cause, death, or I mean, maybe they only made 150,000 acres uninhabitable. They did call it the Chernobyl of the United States. They did do that. I mean, that's something to say. Hold on, let me go back to chat.
I can't figure out what this name is.
Hey, Denise, let me tell you something. It's really strange that they have a Chinese balloon fly over the country. Of course, Biden lets it fly over. And then in the next week, we have the biggest chemical spill that we've ever had in our country's history. Listen, I don't mean to be like crazy, but come on. Like, oh, all they needed to do was figure out how to switch that one little switch, and then they go. All right, what else we got? Oh, what? What'd I do? Yeah, listen, our country at this point in time is at a point of crisis. And we need to all step up and do our place. And listen, I really don't like to be like on camera, but I'll say my views. We're at a point of crisis. If not a point of, it's not quite civil war yet. But let me tell you something. Everybody, if you don't understand it, we are at war with China. We are at war with Russia. They may be cold wars. They can become cold wars. They can turn into hot wars really quick. And all we got to do is make a mistake. And who do we have driving our ship right now? Who do we have driving the ship?
Sorry.
Who do we have driving the ship? All right. I've said my piece. Hey, I love y'all. And there's a reason why I don't get on here too much, because I will speak too much and be too. I love y'all. Y'all are my family. Y'all don't understand it, but y'all saved me from a lot of troubles. Thank y'all. I'm going to give you back to the missus. No, it's my turn for a cigarette.
Okay. Go ahead. You
Woman.
you can take your modding with you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the next question is, what is the one thing about yourself that nobody knows, that you don't mind people knowing? Yep. Obama talked openly about a third presidency. We all saw it. I know. He's so cute to look at. I don't know why he won't get on here more. Thank you, Kathy. Two Finger says, love you, Uncle Deuce. So, Partey, I want you to think about the Patriot meet and greet on a serious note. If you are interested in going, please contact me by email at thefreedommisfits@gmail.com, and we will get some phone numbers where we can talk one-on-one. We still need one. Everybody needs to put their heads together and decide who gets to go. So what's the one thing that you like to do that nobody knows? That's most people, Two Finger. I think all of us have, well, I can say that I've got a pretty high tolerance. After living with my son Christopher for the last 13 years, I have a very high patience. And, well, my dad says I have none. So I guess it depends on how you look at it. Denise, the funny thing is I'm one of those individuals that I do not believe that our American planes were hijacked and that they blew them into the towers. I think it was CGI. I think they took it down with rockets, and I think they did it to piss the American people off enough that the American people would allow or go after Saddam Hussein and Bin Laden. Because I watched a video 6 months prior one night when I couldn't sleep on C-SPAN, where George Bush was trying to get the backing of the UN to go into these countries, and they wouldn't back him, and they kept saying no. So his solution, I believe, and I will always believe, that he was involved and he knew about it before it came around. I believe firmly that George Bush played a instrumental role in this, and that he knew it was coming, and he set it up so he could invade Iraq. But the question is, let me get y'all's standpoint. Question: why? Why would Bush do this? What is his advantage? Let me get everybody's ideas. And I know my mom's gonna have some interesting things to say. Yes, it's the email that's posted on our channel. So by all means, get with me on it, and we'll see what we can do, because I would love personally, I haven't. There are so many wonderful patriots that's going to be at this meet and greet, but I personally would love to spend some time with you, because I've been a fan ever since you were in Santa. So I'm just asking for you to consider it, and we will help any way we can. Silly for him says, Two Finger says it's the oil. Silly for him says it's the war equals money. And you're right, it does. There are the powers that be that profit from us being at war, but the oil also is a big, big part in it, because if I'm not mistaken, I want to say the Bush family originates from Texas, and they're real big in the oil, going way, 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 way back. Okay, so Parte Bonze said the one thing that nobody knows is that he enjoys being alone, and he's comfortable with it, and some people will like that. Gloria Stump says, well, Kathy says it's all about money, and Gloria says it's all about greed, which is going back to Kathy's statement. It's all about money. And Two Finger says, yep, Bush is head deep into oil. So, but honestly, y'all, my personal opinion is that Bush wanted to invade Iraq not for the oil so much, not for the greed and the money, but I think he went in there for them damn poppy fields that he's got our United States military guarding. Well, in 1948, they marched the true Israeli people out of that state, and they said either you leave your shit, basically, and get out, or we'll kill you. But basically, we're taking everything that you have. This occurred in 1948, and the people that are in Israel now are what they call Zionist Jews. Period. I believe that, and will always believe it. Two Finger said that's a whole nother conversation. Wow, Deborah said that Lady Bird Johnson used her pharmacy. I do not remember. Well, hold on. Is that when all them pictures of Putin popped up riding bare chested on a horse, Denise? Exactly. And not only that, too, But there's more than one military vet that came back from there talking about their main job was to guard them poppy fields. More than likely is. They got armed guards guarding the daggone fields. It's perfect to grow it there. There ain't nobody with sense gonna mess with it. And our military is part of it. That's crazy. I had the conversation. Deuce has got a son who is fixing to be graduating from high school, and he was like, he looked at me and he's like, I'm thinking about joining the military. And me and his dad looked at him more like, don't do that. There was a time when joining the military was a sign of valor. Now you're signing on to stuff you don't even know you're signing on to until you're already in there. Exactly. Exactly, Denise, and he sure was. Mama, are you still in here? Because I hadn't seen you commenting lately. Did you doze off to sleep? She has a giant botanical gardens in Zilker Park in Austin. They are connected big shots. I'm just telling you, it's like this, one of the things that I've learned about our government is that nothing is as it seems. It's like, if you read, it's just like I was telling in chat a couple of nights ago, and people don't believe it, but you could pick 5 products made anywhere in the world. Those 5 products are going to come back to the same 5 investors or the same main investors. I think it's everybody wants to blame the CCP, but I think it comes back to the global elite, and I think the global elite is in charge, and I think that everybody under them is pawns. That's my personal opinion. Who is it that kept spouting and spouting and spouting and spouting openly, publicly about the New World Order? George Bush Sr. Well, the apple don't fall far from the tree, is my belief still to this day. The Satan worshipers want to clone who? And they probably do, but who are they wanting to clone? That's interesting. You okay? Okay, Mary says many sources. Some sources say they went into Iraq to get DNA of Nebuchadnezzar. That is freaking, I've never heard that, but it makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense, but why? Okay, well, maybe it don't. Why would they want that? Because I know Nebuchadnezzar was the king that saw all the writing on the wall. And wasn't he also, Mama, the one that David translate? Was it David that translated all the messages for him? Or was it Daniel? Wasn't it Daniel? Right. The apple don't fall far from the tree. Deborah, yes, they've been, and they're grooming our kids so heavily now that we got all these kids coming out that's gender confused. And they just keep on and keep on. You guys, if you hadn't already, please hit that like button for us. We got 31 thumbs up. That's awesome. That helps us on the logarithm, as they say. Okay, and Denise says, till this day, I question the death of Justice Scalia. That weekend, while hunting in Texas, media was dead silent. Okay, so, Mom, what do you know about the death of Justice Scalia? Because I've heard you talk about this at home. What's your thoughts on that? We're back up to 19. You guys keep liking and sharing. Mama says she thinks he was murdered. They say, Has anybody ever heard, which I know Mama has, but anybody aside from her? Deuce says, I'm gender confused. I'm not sure. Deuce, you should be shamed. My mama's in here. So my theory is this right here, even going back, you should be shamed. Going back to 1912, when the Titanic sank, we talked about this a couple nights ago. All the bankers got together and they decided that JP Morgan decided amongst all these bankers that they were going to implement the Federal Reserve and that they were going to make billions of dollars off the American people, which they still do to this day. So, with that being said, he had flights or tickets for everybody on the Titanic. What people don't realize, and this is a theory, I don't know for sure, but I've had enough research and I'm leaning towards this, that Captain John Smith, the pilot of the Titanic, had a lot of negative scores against him because of Titanic's sister ship. Apparently, there was some kind of issue that they couldn't get the insurance money for, and they considered, White Star Line considered that he owed them something. So a merge was, JP Morgan comes in and drops all this money in their lap and says, okay, what we're going to do is we're going to take these two ships, we're going to put them in the dockyard together, we're going to swap the damn names on them, and we're going to scuttle the old sister ship that we can't get insurance money on. And then we're going to buy all these people, all these daggum tickets, all these first class bankers. We're going to invite them all in and we're going to drown them all. Because as soon as they did, all traces of competition died with them. Deborah Hendricks says, drugging kids for decades under disguise for ADHD, turning into addicts and mental illness. I will 100% support that. And the reason being is because of this right here. My kids were a victim of that. And because I was having such a very hard time with my oldest child, I felt like for some time that the medicine was actually helping. And then I also got to thinking about, and I've said this to you guys in chat, and now that she's in here, it's not going to change my view on it. My stepmother was dealing with her heart for so long and taking all these daggum medications and yada yada. And then all the medicine she was taking, she's still having to have all these expensive procedures done. And some of them, they were just like, well, she may not make it through it. And then Big Pharma, nut and dry. Big Pharma does not make money unless we stay sick. Just like in 1960 when they silenced the cure for cancer. They locked that man up. They put him away somewhere, and he never saw the light of day if they didn't kill him. Because Big Pharma loses too much money because of how expensive chemo and radiation treatments are. And then what does it really do in the long run for you as the patient? Well, let me tell you, it had my dad sitting at the house wrapped in a daggum robe or sitting around with nothing on because his skin was blistered so bad he couldn't sit straight. Denise says, Mary Brewer and I think his wife was threatened to stay quiet. I met her at a Catholic mass shortly after that. Denise, who are you talking about? Are you going back to Bush or whose wife? Because I'm lost. No comment, says Uncle Deuce. Yeah, and that's the thing. And so when I was at their house or prior to, I decided I was just done because my son's already got mental health problems and he's also got ADHD and things of that nature, according to them. And I think what's giving these kids all these daggum disorders is all these vaccines they're pumping into our kids. So now we've got ADHD and all this other crap, and we've got medication dependent kids. We're having, going back to Scalia. Yeah, it's possible. Just like Robert David Steele was going after the swamp. He kept saying and putting videos out there, we have it all. We got it all going. And they referred back to George Sr.'s funeral saying, look, we got it all. And then he's up and gone. He's dead now. Either he's dead or he's in hiding. And Mary says she agrees with you, Denise, and that's true. That's true. So let me ask you guys this then. Everybody has a view. So if you wanted to like centralize your efforts into one spot or one area or one issue or one entity, as an individual, where do you think that should go? In other words, if we want to make a difference on a large scale, and we want to go after the people that's really the root of the problem, where do you think we need to start? Everybody give it to me. Two Finger says stop the Emergency Orders Act as soon as possible. So I have a theory with that, Two Finger. Let's talk about it a minute. All right, all of a sudden, this Western convoy has popped back up. And now they got the Parliament in Canada meeting going, oh my gosh, should we go ahead and implement the Emergencies Act? The truckers are coming. Oh my God, the truckers are coming. This is hilarious. So do you think the convoy is an excuse at this point? And could the government be behind it? I'm just saying, y'all talk to me. Partey says, I don't have any idea what the root of the problem is. We got 17 watching. Y'all like and share us. I'm going to refresh the screen on YouTube real quick to see what's changed. So now we're sitting at 33 likes. Thank you. And we have 17 viewers, which is awesome. It was, but the thing is, it's okay. So you've got Justin Trudeau, who is obviously working for the New World Order, and you have got Biden, who is obviously pushing Obama agenda, which is also the New World Order. So with that being said, and they say CCP is all about the New World Order, but CCP just wants to run the world, in my opinion. So the truckers gave them an excuse to extend the power, and they seized their trucks and threw them in jail. Deborah Hendricks says they tried it on my son, put him in pure spree and claim ADHD, gave him one dose, never again, never trust doctors again. The UN, well, I mean, most of the countries are a part of it. We are, but people don't realize the UN's only a front for the true culprits, in my opinion, if you want my personal opinion, is the World Economic Forum and the people that are partnered with it, which is 90% of our Congress, our Senate, our judges, our preachers, our presidents, you name it, they're all there. Deborah Hendricks said they're trying to make us comply. Okay, so let me ask you this question, room. What do you think they're going to use to make us comply? I read on the internet today that the unvaccinated are being tracked, that they know. Well, if they know, when you go through a security checkpoint at a dadgum border crossing, whether you're vaccinated or not, before you go in there, you tell me how they're reading it. Answers, ideas. Somebody tell me something. I think it's chipped. There's something in the bloodstream that they're tracking. What is it? Never. As long as Joe Biden's sitting in the presidency, we ain't never going to see it. If they take him out, what's worse, him or Kamala Harris? I think I'd rather have an imbecile in there. At least then we have an excuse. Kamala, no. Okay, Denise Green says, when are we going to see handcuffs on Hunter? We're not. I don't believe that we ever will. Is Trump going back into power going to change that? Hell no, it's not. They're all working together. Like my mama says, two wings of the same bird. Thank you, baby. The government, the right, the left, two wings of the same bird.
I'll do that. Make me do.
What?
Give me 2 minutes.
Okay.
And then go offline.
Why? Okay. I agree, 2-finger term limits is a big deal. That's how Pelosi was just able to stay and stay and stay and stay until she herself looks like a skeleton walking. But she stayed and stayed and stayed until she was put out. Liz Cheney the same way. And I feel the same way about Kevin McCarthy, honestly. I'm just saying. But I didn't say that. Deborah Hendra says starvation pandemic was their move to control us. Well, they control the food. Do you know that Bill Gates owns more farmland in the United States than Americans do?
Hey, let me tell you something. If everybody doesn't understand that you can farm squirrels, you can have squirrels like chicken, and you can eat chickens and squirrels, and you can actually set up like a chicken squirrel like farm, and they'll work together to help each other.
Makes sense.
I'm telling you, you just gotta put up a freaking coop in the back.
So if anything, as a whole, as a group, as a room, as a chat, what have you done to prepare for the time when they come in and say, if you don't eat this particular type of food, you can't buy and sell anything else. If you don't have this mark or this shot, you can't buy anything. And when it comes down to you having kids starving, how are you going to prepare? 2-finger says, and land management owns all the land now. They sure do. Especially like Daddy was telling me, the Federal Reserve or
Who
the
owns land management?
like wildlife management.
Who owns land management? China.
Exactly. Mary says people, they plan on killing us all and the animals. And again, I'm going to bring up the commercials. And just if you really pay attention, especially if you've got kids and grandkids, young grandkids or kids. So if you really pay attention to what the cartoons are teaching these kids and what they're vamping in their head, it is unreal how violent the thoughts and the procedures and the brainwashing has become on these kids. So it's just like I told Deuce, like my son come home from school one day and he's like, this was right before me and Deuce were official, but it was like, I got a call from the school in Atlanta saying that my son was fixing to get a failing grade because he refuses to complete a transgender / what do they call it with all these new genders, baby? All these binary genders and stuff.
IAUQ. Oh no.
Anyway, all this mess.
IAQ UAI plus symbol, negative symbol. Then there's what's after that? It's an A, and then there's B and C, and oh yeah, the alphabet, and the rest of it comes as numbers. Then they start with 1, they go 2. It's great.
So, with all this being said, you know, we've got to think long term. Like me, I bought heirloom seeds. I would rather have heirloom seeds that I can continuously feed my children on than to buy all these ready-made meals and stuff like that. My stepmom, she's got a stockpile of canned goods and all these other things that she's stockpiling and saving up for the hard times to come. So, I mean, my question is on a budget, how do you get ready for this kind of thing? What can you do? And Deuce is like, well, I got bug out bags that I need to pack up for everybody that's ready to go and be picked up on a whim. You know, well, see, me and my stepmom, or me and my mom, we're like-minded people. We think alike. So she's ready where I'm not. I'm ready where she's not. So the problem is, you know, this is to me is where we need to have a plot of land that is ready for us to get there and we can all be safe in that zone. And I think it needs to be like-minded individuals. I've been dreaming about this place for many, many years. Denise Green says the day is coming when you cannot get cash at the bank. Remember Greece 6 years ago. Well, remember what happened during the Canadian and Ottawa standoff with the truckers. Anybody that had donated to them, they seized their daggum checking accounts. And they can do it.
It was what, Denise?
Yeah, Denise
All right, hey,
Green.
Denise, let me tell you something.
Get where she can see you. You're
Yeah,
talking to her.
That's why why you invest in things that actually matter. Things that can do things like manual opening up a can. If we have an EMP tonight, we can't use our can opener, our electric one. Oh, well, we got a handheld model. I've moved to everything freaking handheld and very simple, so that if I need to, I can pack up a single backpack and we can do it.
Okay, so here, oops, I messed it up. Uh-oh. Hold on, y'all.
But yeah, that's what I've done. I've simplified everything that I've done so that very easily I can pack up a car and go.
Okay, so I've noticed that our involvement and our viewers are starting to drop off a little bit. So we're gonna go ahead pretty quick and close this live. But before we do, let me read these last few comments. Mary says, if they do many places like in Ohio, the land will not grow safe food. Only God can stop these people. That's true, and I still believe that it comes down to a battle of good and evil. I agree with you on that.
Hey,
And
wait, that was Mary, right?
Right. And
Okay, hey Mary, let me tell you something. Those are some of the most fertile. Those are some of the most fertile lands in all of America, and yes, they definitely kill a whole lot of chickens, cows, and ruin a whole lot of foods, or at least poisons a whole lot of food.
well, see, Ohio also is like a state here lately that I've heard repeatedly be considered as a strange place to live. Why, I don't know. My phone keeps falling, y'all, so I'm trying to get it to stay. Baby, you're going to have to help me. There it goes. Maybe it'll stay that way. Nope, it's falling. Ugh, my stands quit working.
It needs the tighter.
Okay, let's see.
Baby,
Yeah, but right now I'm
trying
still
to
live.
turn the phone.
It's falling.
Hey, once you get it connected, only touch the
Okay, there we
wire.
go. We got it.
Hey,
We're crooked.
once you do it, hey, check this out.
Well, it's crooked as all get out.
Hey, quit touching the phone. Once you got it connected, touch
But it's leaning crooked.
this. Well, then change. No. Quit doing that.
Okay, it's
just
still.
the wire.
Leave it. It's good. Mary says maybe that's why they poison it. But you know, the thing is corn is also under the act. He's a mess, I'm gonna tell you. He's like, don't mess with the phone, don't touch it, mess with the thingy. But when it's not staying straight and it keeps turning this way,
You got to mess with the wire,
Yeah.
and not the phone.
Exactly.
Don't
Gene,
mess with the wire.
Jan, you're right. They are, and they don't want. That's why they're. Remember back with the Dutch farmers. Remember back with the Dutch farmers when everybody signed the WF Pact, and then the Dutch farmers started standing up and they're going, none of our land, none of it is any good now because it's releasing this, it's releasing that, yada yada. So I mean, then people stood up and they started parking their tractors, and they're like, nope, not gonna fly.
Yeah, but you know what? They lost.
I hadn't seen that, but I mean,
They lost.
that's because
Yeah, it's because it got dropped in all of YouTube and the news.
see,
Let me tell you something.
and you're
the
right.
Dutch farmers stood up.
But see, they silence anything to do with freedom or independence or people getting together and bonding together, just like the convoy. And people can say all they want about 1776 restoration movement or whatever, but it's real simple. Here it is. They have people in place from the day that convoy was started that sole job was to take it down. Period. End of discussion. And there's many faces in that. So if you are proactively trying to tear anything down that is joining the people together, that should tell you right there that the last thing they want is for us to be united. They're not stupid. They know, they know that they know that they know. Now, Mary says, Deborah Hendricks says, excuse me, they taken over the water, telling farmers can't use their stream ponds. Kathy says, back for a minute. Denise Green says, love, love, love those Dutch farmers. Yes. And they stood up. And Canada's Ottawa convoy stood up. And TPC stood up. And they tore it down before it could get started. I'm telling you, everybody needs to refocus on not so much that the convoy in some areas failed, but why did they fail? They failed because the opposition pays more than the people who are supporting the movement. And then the people who sat on the couch and said, you know what? Because of this issue and that issue and this issue, and then this person and that person and that person, or I didn't like the music they played in the background, so therefore I'm no longer going to support the movement. When it became that nitpicky and it stopped being about freedom and it started being about who was on top and who was right or wrong and who could beat this one down and da 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 da, then the focus got off of freedom and became nitpicky. And that's what tore it down. So, I mean, we have to be unified. We're going to have to be tight. We're going to have to do it. And people's going to have to get fed up. And most of all, they're going to have to wake up to what's going on around them. And the participation in the United States should be an embarrassment to every American here.
No.
Yes, it should. I disagree. I disagree.
With
look,
what?
I'm just saying, the American people, when they were given a chance to stand up, now had it been a gay pride parade, they'd have lined up in droves. But to support freedom, they did not stand up to the plate. Period.
How many people are in our chat? Who's there?
14.
All right, good.
Party Bonza said, good description, Miss Deuce. I'm just saying. Deborah Hendrick, brought Americans out, woke patriots up nationwide. Yes, it did. But the thing about it is there was people already in place to make it fail. Do you understand what I'm saying? That started all the rumors, that kept feeding them, that kept the problems, that kept the crap about bandit, everything that went against them, it was being fed by opposition. Yes. What? So with that being said, we're going to say good night. We love y'all. We appreciate each and every one of you, Mama. Especially, I appreciate you being in here. You can bring an insight to it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yes, they are. Conspiracy theorists is just a way of what they call plausible deniability, and they've been using it for years. Right. Good night, everybody. Good night, Mama. I love you and I miss you. Everybody partake it with me on the meet and greet. Everybody else have a good night. If you want to, if you have ideas for the next show, please, or the next live, or there's something you'd like to deal with and cover, please email me at thefreedommisfits.com.
Hey, and comment on this video or past shorts. If you comment on our shorts, we will listen to every single comment on every short.
We do read our comments and we read our email, guys.
Especially on the shorts.
Night. Good night, y'all. Good night. Love each and every one of y'all and can't wait to have you back. Partake, get with me on the meet and greet. I'm dead serious. Good night, everybody.